For decades, investing was simple. You researched companies, picked stocks you believed in, and hoped those businesses would grow over time. That was the classic path to building wealth. But now, something massive is changing in the investing world. Millions of investors are no longer trying to pick the next Apple, Amazon, or Nvidia. Instead, they're moving toward ETFs, low-cost investment funds that quietly own hundreds of companies at once. And this shift is becoming so powerful that some analysts believe it's permanently changing the stock market itself. So why are so many investors abandoning traditional stock picking? Why are ETFs attracting trillions of dollars globally? And what are smart investors actually choosing right now between ETFs and individual stocks? Because depending on how you invest over the next decade, the difference could become enormous. Every investing era creates its own obsession. There were periods dominated by stock pickers. Then came the rise of mutual funds. Then came the explosion of passive investing. And now, ETFs have become one of the most dominant forces in global finance. For many younger investors entering the market today, ETFs almost feel obvious. They're simple, cheap, diversified, easy to buy, easy to hold, and heavily promoted across social media and financial platforms. But at the same time, millions of investors still believe individual stock picking remains the best path toward building significant wealth. After all, some of the greatest fortunes in history came from concentrated bets on incredible businesses. So which strategy actually makes more sense in today's market? The answer is more complicated than most people think, because this debate is no longer just about investing styles. It's about psychology, risk, technology, market structure, and how wealth is being built in an entirely different financial environment than previous generations experienced. To understand why ETFs have become so dominant, you first need to understand how difficult stock picking actually is. Social media often makes investing look deceptively easy. People constantly see viral screenshots of massive gains, traders claiming they found the next Nvidia, and influencers presenting investing like a fast path to wealth. What rarely gets shown are the countless failed trades, emotional mistakes, panic selling, and poor decisions happening quietly in the background. The reality is that consistently beating the market over long periods has always been extremely difficult, even for professional fund managers with massive research teams and advanced resources. That realization slowly changed investor psychology over time. Many investors began asking a very simple question: if even professionals struggle to outperform the market consistently, why not simply own the market itself? That idea became the foundation of ETF investing. Exchange-traded funds allowed ordinary people to instantly buy exposure to hundreds or even thousands of companies through a single investment product. Instead of relying on one company succeeding, investors could spread risk across entire industries, indexes, or sectors. This dramatically reduced company-specific risk while still allowing participation in long-term market growth. The appeal of ETFs became even stronger after several major market crashes exposed how emotionally difficult concentrated investing could become. Investors holding individual stocks often experienced enormous stress during volatile periods because one earnings miss, management scandal, regulatory problem, or technological disruption could destroy years of gains almost overnight. ETFs reduced that emotional pressure by distributing exposure across many businesses rather than concentrating risk into a handful of positions. For many investors, that diversification created a much more sustainable long-term investing experience psychologically. Another major reason ETFs exploded in popularity is cost efficiency. Traditional mutual funds often charged significant management fees that quietly reduced long-term returns over decades. ETFs disrupted this model by offering extremely low-cost access to broad markets. Many investors eventually realized something important. While nobody can fully control market returns, they can control costs. Even small fee differences become massive over long periods because of compounding. That made low-cost ETFs incredibly attractive, especially for younger investors focused on long-term wealth building. Technology accelerated this transformation dramatically. Investing apps made ETFs simple and accessible for millions of new investors entering financial markets for the first time. Social media financial education popularized passive investing concepts like index investing, dollar-cost averaging, diversification, and long-term compounding. Investing no longer felt reserved for financial professionals. ETFs simplified the process in a way that felt approachable, automated, and emotionally manageable for ordinary people trying to build wealth gradually over time. But despite the explosive growth of ETFs, individual stock investing never disappeared. In some ways, it actually became even more emotionally attractive. That's because while ETFs offer stability and consistency, individual stocks offer the possibility of asymmetrical upside. Broad index funds generally grow gradually over long periods because they reflect overall market performance. Individual stocks, however, can produce extraordinary returns if investors identify transformational businesses early enough. The possibility of finding the next Apple, Amazon, Tesla, or Nvidia continues attracting millions of investors searching for larger upside opportunities. This creates a major psychological divide between ETF investors and stock pickers. ETF investors usually prioritize stability, diversification, and steady long-term wealth accumulation. Individual stock investors often prioritize conviction, research, and the possibility of dramatically outperforming the broader market. Neither approach is entirely right or wrong. The real difference often comes down to risk tolerance and emotional discipline. Because investing success is rarely determined purely by intelligence. More often, it is determined by behavior during periods of volatility and uncertainty. One of the biggest advantages of ETFs is that they simplify decision-making. Investors do not need to constantly analyze earnings reports, competitive threats, management quality, valuation metrics, or technological disruption risks. Instead, they can focus on consistency, time horizon, and disciplined investing behavior. That simplicity reduces emotional mistakes, which historically have destroyed enormous amounts of investor wealth. Many investors fail not because they lack intelligence, but because fear and greed eventually influence their decisions. Meanwhile, successful individual stock investing requires a completely different psychological skill set. Investors must tolerate volatility, uncertainty, and periods where the market strongly disagrees with their thesis. Even great companies can experience brutal corrections lasting months or years. Holding concentrated positions requires emotional resilience that many people underestimate until markets become unstable. This became extremely visible during the speculative boom years when millions of retail investors flooded into high-growth stocks, meme stocks, crypto assets, and aggressive technology plays. During that period, speculative investing appeared unstoppable. Social media celebrated massive gains constantly. Many investors began believing traditional diversification was outdated. But when interest rates rose aggressively and inflation surged, market conditions changed rapidly. Many speculative assets collapsed dramatically. Growth stocks lost enormous value. Investors suddenly rediscovered the importance of stability, diversification, cash flow, and risk management. ETFs benefited enormously from this psychological shift because they aligned naturally with long-term investing discipline instead of speculative momentum. At the same time, another fascinating development started reshaping the ETF industry itself: thematic investing. This may become one of the most important changes in modern portfolio construction. Instead of choosing between broad passive investing and risky individual stock picking, investors can now buy ETFs focused on specific themes such as artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, semiconductors, robotics, clean energy, healthcare innovation, blockchain infrastructure, or dividend growth strategies. This allows investors to express long-term convictions about industries without taking concentrated exposure to one single company. For example, many investors strongly believe artificial intelligence will transform the global economy but feel uncertain about which company ultimately becomes the long-term winner. A thematic ETF allows exposure to the broader AI trend while reducing the risk of choosing the wrong company specifically. This hybrid approach is becoming increasingly popular because it combines narrative investing with diversification. Investors can participate in major technological or economic shifts while lowering company-specific downside risk. However, ETFs themselves are now creating new debates inside financial markets. Critics argue that massive passive investing inflows may contribute to excessive concentration in mega-cap companies. because index funds automatically allocate capital toward the largest firms. Dominant companies continue receiving enormous investment inflows, regardless of valuation concerns. This has become especially important in recent years, as a small number of giant technology companies increasingly drive market performance. As a result, some investors continue preferring individual stock investing because it gives them more control over sector exposure, valuations, and portfolio composition. Instead of automatically owning the largest index companies, stock pickers can focus selectively on businesses they believe are undervalued, innovative, or positioned for future growth. For these investors, active selection represents an opportunity to avoid market concentration risk while potentially outperforming passive strategies. Ultimately, this is where the real answer to the ETF versus stock debate probably exists. Increasingly, many of the smartest investors are combining both approaches rather than choosing only one. They use ETFs as the stable core foundation of their portfolios while selectively adding individual stocks around the edges for higher conviction opportunities. This structure provides diversification and emotional stability while still allowing exposure to potentially outsized returns from specific businesses or industries. That balance may become increasingly important because financial markets today are faster moving, more emotionally driven, and more psychologically demanding than ever before. Pure speculation creates enormous risks, but excessive conservatism can also limit long-term upside potential. The real challenge is building a strategy investors can consistently maintain across multiple market cycles without emotionally abandoning it during volatility. Because ultimately, the best investing strategy is usually not the one with the highest theoretical return potential. It is the strategy an investor can actually stick with long enough for compounding to work. And right now, that is exactly why ETFs continue winning over millions of investors globally. Not because they are exciting, but because simplicity, diversification, consistency, and emotional sustainability are becoming increasingly valuable in an unpredictable financial world. Over the past several years, ETFs have continued seeing record inflows globally as passive investing strategies dominate modern portfolio management. Large index tracking funds connected to the S&P 500 and technology-heavy sectors continue attracting significant capital from both retail and institutional investors, while thematic ETFs focused on artificial intelligence, semiconductors, cybersecurity, and dividend growth are also gaining momentum. At the same time, concentration risk inside major indexes has become an increasingly important discussion among analysts, as a small number of mega-cap technology companies now account for a substantial portion of market performance. The ETF versus individual stock debate is not disappearing anytime soon. Because both approaches represent two completely different philosophies about wealth building. One prioritizes diversification, consistency, and market participation. The other prioritizes conviction, concentration, and the possibility of outperforming dramatically. And in reality, many of the smartest investors today are blending both worlds together. But regardless of which strategy investors choose, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Modern investing is no longer just about picking assets. It's about managing psychology, managing risk, managing time horizon, and building systems that survive emotional market cycles. Because in the long run, the investors who usually win are not always the smartest. They're often the ones who stay consistent the longest. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep investing analysis, financial tips, and market psychology breakdowns designed to help you stay ahead of the next major shift in global finance. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.